What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be trying to solve all of the Pips puzzle for today, February 10th. We'll see how the hard goes. Those, as I said, have been giving me some pain. We have a 2 here and we have an 11. So it looks like this has to be a 2-5, which would then place this 6 here. And I think this will just keep cascading. So we have to put the 4 here, meaning we have to put a 2 here, meaning we have to put a 1, 1 there for the easy Pips puzzle. Move right along to the medium. It'll probably quickly jump up in difficulty. Okay, so we have 3 blanks in the middle and a 1. And we have 1, 1 with a blank. Interesting. Interesting. So this could be 2, 2. This could be 1, 3. This can't be 4, 0. So this is 2, 2 or 1, 3. But we have a 1 in the middle, so this has to be 2, 2. It's not a guarantee that it's like that. You know, you could have it some other way. I'm just going to drop that in for now. We know that there's a 1 and a blank. We know that all the blanks are in the middle. And we know that there's a 1 in the middle. Oh, there are 2 1s. I didn't notice that, so my initial logic was wrong. This could be 1, 3. Okay. Blank, 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 blank. I mean, we know there are 3 zeros and a 1 in here. We know there are 3 zeros and a 1 in here. It's not useful. What about the 6? The 6 can't go. There's only one 6, so it can't go in any of the equals. It can't go in the 4. It can't go in the center. So I mean, it has to go here or here. And I'm feeling like those are symmetrical placements that it doesn't really make much of a difference which of those it goes in. I could be wrong. I'm going to just place this for now. I feel good about that. And then what's our other leftover? We have our 3 blanks are going to go into here with one of our 1s. And then we have 2 5s, 2 4s. We only have 1 3. So the 3 could go down here, or the 3 goes here. And we have a leftover 1. We have a leftover 1 as well as a leftover 3. So actually, does that mean that this has to be like something like this? But then we have a 4 that is bad, which means I'm not confident in that. Hold on, let me think about this one more time. So we have 1 left over 2. So if we put the 2's here and here, and the 4's here and the 5's here, we have 1 left over 2, and we have a 1 3. So I do think this has to be 1 3 in some way, shape, or form. And I think the 2 has to be what's left over. So like this, and then maybe like this. That satisfies everything I said. Now can we just do this in a way that everything else works? Yes. Okay. So that was our good first step to think about, is which numbers had to go into this 4. Not terrible. Moving on to the one that is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. So I think we have some forced orientation. This one, this one, this one, this one, this and this could then be any which way, but I think everything from like this line where this 4 and equals are, everything else has to be horizontal. We have a 12 here, which, you know, my gut would say to do that, but because we know everything is horizontal, we can't. So it's going to be one of these other 6s. We have a less than 4 and a greater than 4. We have a greater than 2. We have an 11. And we have an equals. Okay, so this one is interesting because it can only be the 5s or the 6s, I think, if I'm looking at that correctly. Am I right about that or am I wrong? Is there one I'm missing? Oh no, there's also the 2s. Could also be the 2s. Okay, well it has to be one of those 3. Not that useful yet. We could look at this 0, I guess. But we don't know if this is vertical or horizontal. So again, not a very useful starting point. This 11 has to be a 5 and a 6, but we know that it is in 2 separate cells. Or 5 and a 6, sorry, it's the only way to get to 11. This 5 in the blank. There are just so many. There's so many options. The only things we know is that a 6, I wish you could pencil mark like in Sudoku, is that a 6 goes here, and a 6 goes here, and a 0 goes here. It's all I can see immediately. And we know that there's a 5-6 pair in these two. Not necessarily, or we know it's not a domino. Besides that, there's not like an obvious thing. We have this less than 4 and these greater thans, which means this is a 5 or a 6. I mean, we can start counting. Like, we know that one 5 is used here. Second 5 is used here, which leaves us with 3 5s. But what does that do? Where else? How about we think about where a 6 could go? We know 2 6s are here, and 1 6 is here. Okay, that's 3 of our 6s. Again, don't know how, but we have 3 of our 6s gone. We have 2 6s remaining. They can't go in the 3s. They can't go here. They can't go here. I guess they could go in the 6, which is unfortunate. It could go in the greater than 2. It could go in the greater than 4. Yeah, it's just not useful. It's just not useful. I think I'm going to have to think about these. So, because we know like these double tiles, we know these are all horizontal. That one isn't. We know these are horizontal. So we know that this and this have to be tiles that are duplicated, are on the same side. So in some way, this double 2, the double 6, and the double 5 go into two of those 3 go into these 2 slots. Is it possible for it to be the 5s over here? Let's think about that. Is that possible? We know we needed a 5 here. And did we need a 5 anywhere else? That seems possible. I don't think it's possible for the 6s, however, because we need 2 6s here. Okay, that's something. We need 2 6s here, and we need 1 here. And we only have 2 left. So the 6s can't be in here. How about the 2s? This leaves us with 1 2. It's questionable. I can't guarantee that, though. That's not, how can I prove that this is bad? Because we have no need for this other 2 anywhere. The less than 4. Yeah, I can't immediately prove that. It's unfortunate. So all I proved was the 6s can't go here. So this is either the 2s or the 5s, but this could still be the 6s, right? I didn't prove that it can't go there. We would have a 6, we would have a 6, and we would have a 6. And then we're fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with I mean, obviously the rest of the placements aren't. I wasn't paying attention to them. But I don't see anything wrong with that. What about this? We know this has to be horizontal. So this, it could go either way. I mean, you could put a thing here. That would be okay. No, I don't. I don't yet see anything that proves something useful. I don't want to just start guessing. I mean, we know. Something like that is where we're going, but like, that's just a pure guesswork. I think my only other thing to look at is this greater than 4. Means that this is a 5 or a 6. And it's horizontal. So what if we think about that? So we can't put this in here. I don't want to miss a piece. We can put this in here. We could put this in here. We can't put this one. We can't put this one. We could put the 6 in the blank. We could put the 6 in the 3. We could put the 5. And yeah, there's just so many. The 5 or a 6. So we ruled the 6s out from here, right? That was what our... Can we rule the 5s out? Let me think about it one more time. And then this would just be a 6. And then that would be fine. I mean, I can't... Is there anywhere else? Is there anywhere else that the 2s would then? 5s feels plausible. So maybe ruling the 2s out is our best bet. What do we got? 2, 1, 2, 3. We've got this 4 here, which we don't have. We don't have any 4s. So it can't be a 4 blank. It can be vertical. if we do this with the 2s, we only have 1 2 left, so it'd have to be a 1 3. It'd have to be a 1 3. I mean, it's possible. I don't see a reason why not. Wow. I might just have to branch and just, I mean, my gut is telling me this. And then I just have to go with it? That feels aggressive. Five, 3. Yeah, that doesn't feel like the ideal way of doing it. This is why I haven't loved these puzzles, because I haven't been able to see solutions yet. We know that this has to be a 6, so if I do this, right, it has to be this blank 6. This could be the 5 3, it could be the 6 3. I don't see a reason one way or the other yet. What do we have here? We have enough 1s left, we have enough 3s left. I think we need a 1 here, and we might need a 1. It's just guesswork. This is 0 3, I mean, it works. Could have also been a 0 1, and we could have put the 6 1. Like, wait, there's no... Maybe I could have done something with math. Figure out what these regions are. And then I would have been able to figure out what these greater than and less thans are. What do I do here? Oh, I have 2 2s. Because I didn't use the 2s down here. This would leave me with a 5. Which doesn't look correct to me, now does it? This doesn't look correct at all. So, okay. So then maybe this was the 6 1, because I need bigger numbers up here. If I put the 3s here, I ran out of numbers. What if I do it like that? The 2 3, the 3 6, the 5 3. Something's still wrong here. This has to equal 6, and this has to be greater than 2. Something is still off there. Do I have another 3? Hold on. This could be 3 blank. No, it could not be 3 blank. That would be illegal. It could be this 3 5. Does that change anything? This could be... Ooh, that feels wrong. Wow, that is the solution, or a solution. But again, I feel like if you know or saw something that I was missing that had a force to that, write a comment down below and let me know, because I would love to learn to be able to do these puzzles more logically, as opposed to just, I knew it had to be the 5s or the 2s in this one, but I didn't have a great answer for anything else. Like, maybe I could have done some math and figured out that the 2s couldn't be in. I don't know. It feels like there should have been something. Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments below.